Alrighty, oh my god. Well, this is actually pretty wide. Well, let's do it. Today we are doing the complete in-depth review of the Viltrox 20mm F2.8 for Sony E-mount. And yes, I have also been using this lens to shoot a complete car review just using this lens and also the Hohem MT2. Just a small disclosure, this lens have been sent to me by Viltrox to check it out and actually to share my experience and make a review of it. And also I'm using this lens right now with my Sony A7S III, so you can understand actually how this lens copes with my studio environment. And yes, I have some really new bright tube lights from Digital Photo, but that will be in another review that is coming soon, really soon. Well, let's stick now to the Viltrox lens. Let's go for a small unboxing. Small white box, user manual, lens cap with a softshell carrying cloth back. Let's go for the looks and design. It's completely built out of plastic and this is why it's so lightweight. It has a small lens hood in front and actually the filtered thread side is 52mm. This E-mount lens is built around 10 elements in 8 groups with 7 aperture braids, with a viewing angle of 91.6 degrees. The f-stops go from f2.8 to f16. The focusing system is internal with STM plus LED screw. The lens comes in with a built-in USB-C port, so you can upgrade the firmware straight via a computer, connecting it with a cable. And that's a great Viltrox design with all the other lenses, and they have pretty much done that from the beginning. Enough of the specs, let's go outside for some real world tests. I went out to test it with a full car review style theme. And you can also find the complete review shot with this lens on the link in the description on my car channel. The lens performed pretty good and it was an exact wideness that I wanted for the type of shot. Not too wide to be too much, and not too tight to not be able to show all the details of the car. The focusing was in auto without face recognition on, just spot to my focus on my face. It did pretty well while holding the focus just right where I wanted. Actually, the colors coming out of this lens looks pretty good. They are not popping out just like G Master lenses or actual Zeiss lenses, but they're actually good. This first person shot was also taken with the actual center focus, using my Hohem iSteady MT2 gimbal following me in auto tracking mode. And I see this lens used a lot for just that purpose, because it's small, lightweight, and actually my Sony A7S III is able to fit perfectly on my actual Hohem MT2 with the tracking function. And for that content like that, this is actually a perfect small, compact, lightweight combo. This lens can be also used for vlogging, but it's not too wide. And if you want to immerse more your audience and your background, I would rather go for the actual 60mm from Viltrox, that's actually an f1.8, but it's bigger and heavier. But yes, you have that option. Or actually go for this one and actually get a slightly tighter field of view if you want to actually get your audience watch you and actually get less distracted by your background. This is now a test on the focusing speed and focus acquiring test, so you can understand more if it fits your need. And I will let you decide whether you like it or not. The actual focusing speed on my Sony A7S III is set to 5 on the fastest settings. Let's make an autofocus test with me. Acquired. 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 We are at f2.8 without the face tracking, just spot on tracking, because yes, I like to use it like that. Let's speak about sharpness and chromatic aberration. The first note about this lens is actually this one of the cheapest autofocal lenses of 20mm f2.8 in the market right now for the E-mount system. And actually I was thinking that I will make a lot of trade-offs to actually hit the mark under $200 US. Well, the actual performance is quite good for this type of lens. The minimum focus distance is just 19 centimeters, so you will be able to get some good background blur getting close to any subject at f2.8. The sharpness starts to increase if you shoot it about at f4 and up. But even at f2.8, the sharpness is good, and you will find just in the corner parts that the sharpness starts to fade out. Pretty understandable for this type of lens. This lens is actually the perfect lens to compose your image not being too wide and stretched out. And I would say it's a perfect wide-angle lens for starters. There is a bit of vignetting on the edges at 2.8 and f4, and when you bump up to f5.6, that fades out. With the lens profile correction, this can be evened out. This lens provides a pretty solid optical performance with all the tests that I ran over. Yes, we get some chromatic aberrations, and also this lens is not the sharpest at the moment. But for that price, you can't actually complain on anything. And I can really recommend it as one of the first full-frame lenses that you get after getting your full-frame body. Yes, because I understand you get and throw in all the money on your actual body, and then you're left out with less money and less budget for your lenses. So yes, this could be one of the first lenses to get because it's really cheap and it can get you a lot on. So for all of you starters, get this lens over the 50mm or actually 35, because yes, you can and actually do a lot more for a wide angle spectral of view and actually get a lot of gigs for the wide angle, but also if you get closer and actually frame it better, you can get that actual blur out of it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, I will be happy to answer to all of them. Until my next one, thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe with the bell icon to get notified every time I make a new video, and see you on my next one.